Hey guys, this is Tyonidas, and today I'm going to be using my Enter the Dragon deck against WWKnight here. Can't really do nothing in the first round, so I'm just going to go ahead and push on to the next. What we're doing actually is we're going to be both video capturing this, and we're going to have it compiled together so you can watch a video and see how both people are reacting to how each other plays. So he's going to throw out a footman. Okay, here. I have a defender which I could use, which isn't all that bad, and I think I have a couple pilgrimage monks here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with the defender and try to start building my wall up early because I have a feeling he's going to come at me quick and fast. Yep. Throws out his footman and throws out an aspirant. So I need to get my defender out there quick so I can start mitigating that damage. I'm going to go ahead and buff. You're going to see a lot of buffing and then attacking from my Sage 2. More than likely, once we get up to around round 6, you're going to see him start to really go after those two commanders, probably even assassinate one or the other. I'm going to go ahead and get these two out of here along with this guy before he starts to buff up, because every time I lose a card, this guy gains 1/1, so I'll need to get him out of there fast. I'm going to go ahead, put out a defender, and buff. He's going to try to hurry up and end this as quick as he can because he knows if this plays out over a long period of time, my chances get better and better. Let's see, last time I threw out my defender, he hit me and took him out immediately. He knows I'm going to be coming with my defender, but I'm still going to throw it out just in the off chance he doesn't have another one of those cards to take mine out right away, and then I'm going to instantly buff right away again with a Sage 1 spell card. Yep, he stumbled. And he wouldn't be expecting another attack. He knows my Sage 2's down, so he knows that's not going to be coming out. But I need to get those cards out of there because I am getting really low on health really fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use my Winds of War. It's going to only affect my deployed cards, so all of my commanders over here should be out of harm's way. His deck is, as you've seen so far, is a very fast deck. I have a much slower deck, so he does have the advantage early on. So I just basically need to hang on for as long as I can and see if I can slow down his assault. See, he just went to exhaust my card, so I couldn't attack with it, but I used my Winds of War, so that gave me a little leeway there. I'm going to go ahead and actually use my Assassinate right now on that Cali just to stop from getting any more damage. And I will play my Defender because I want to get some defenders out there. He went ahead, he attacked my Sage 2, killed it off with an Assassinate. Alright, let's see how we want to do this. Definitely putting that in the defensive zone. And what I'm going to do here, let's see. gonna end up buffing, so I just get that out of the way now, and I'll go ahead and play a Glorious Warrior so I can start hitting at his morale, and I'll play another defender. His morale's down to 29, so we got him about halfway, so if I can just keep taking out his quick cards, then I should be okay. He just brought out a flying card, which now that I have no way to take that with my Sage 2 could be hurtful, but if need be I will just go ahead and use my Assassinate on that. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and actually use the Assassinate on that card just to stop him from doing damage. I'll throw out another... Do I have another here? Another Glorious Warrior. And I will let that turn go off. He knew I was coming out with that, so he took that out. Smart play. I'm going to go ahead and play both of my wealthy nobles here, so next round I'll be able to bring out my dragon. And we'll go ahead and also play Pilgrimage Monk. And I think this is my general. Yes, this is. I'm not too worried about my generals taking damage, or my cards taking damage, so I'm going to go ahead and play with the Pilgrimage Monk, and I'm going to go ahead and activate it right now so I can go ahead and pull out another card, and I'll do the same by pulling this one out, but I don't have enough to activate, so he'll just have to wait there for now. It brings out a Kali and a Knight. I'm not too preoccupied with knocking out his health. That is not my goal here. My goal is to take him out using morale, so got another Glorious Warrior, but as of right now I'm just going to go ahead and bring out my Dragon of Wisdom. And I'm going to move my Glorious Warrior over here just in case he decides to attack it to stop the morale drain that I'm doing to him. He stumbled my dragon. That's what I thought he was going to do. But I do... Oh, he went and exhausted my Glorious Warrior, but I still do have the 2 defenses up, so those 2 cards will live. I would love to get my dragon back out, but I'm thinking instead I'm going to go ahead and make sure to get rid of his attacker, so I will go ahead and use the Winds of War. Now this is gonna hurt me a little bit, so I'm actually need to make sure I really want to do this, because that is definitely going to take out my 2 wealthy nobles here. I'm going to go ahead, try to protect my cards as much as I can. I will go ahead and play the Rallying General, and I will play the Winds of War, just to keep his cards away and do some more damage, because that will bring him down by another 5. Let's go ahead. Now I'm going to get hit for a big morale loss when I kill. Actually, I take that back. I'm not sure. I'm not really too familiar with the Winds of War. I can't remember if it will hit my support zone or not, so we're just going to have to wait and see here for a second. Okay, it does. It took a big morale hit, but nothing too serious. Got a Calamity now, so if anything goes wrong, I can protect myself. Just throw that out. Hopefully get a whole bunch of his cards out and take them out with that. He's still got a decent amount of cards, 6, so he could be, he could have a few aspirants in there. He's just waiting to throw all out at once and try to overwhelm me. So I need to make sure I keep that defensive zone protected. Let's see here. Since I do have cards to protect it, I don't really have to bring any out. I want to get back up to a 12 resource, so I'm going to start buying resources here. I want to be able to get my dragon back out. Oh, I still have a balanced warrior to use, and I believe that, yep, still a glorious warrior, so we'll just keep those for now there. I'm gonna leave my pilgrimage monk right where it's at. It's not a big deal. I don't need it out there. He's got another flying card. Flying card. I don't really have anything to take it out right now. Used a mass death. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take a hit from that flying for 4. Still put him out here so he can block, and hopefully he'll use a couple more cards. And I'm going to buy that other resource, so I'm at 12. Next move, though, I will not be bringing out the dragon. I'm going to do a calamity because I must get rid of that flying card, as it's going to just sit there and continue to hammer me. So regardless of what happens here, unless he ends the game somehow, but regardless of what happens here, next move is going to be the calamity. And then directly after that will more than likely be the dragon. Went after my pilgrimage monk. Thank goodness I didn't bring that out, so that was just a waste of a card. Took the 4 damage I knew I was going to. Blocked. I got a good card. It's a very good card. Gives me an all damage, which if I can pair that up with a Sage 3 card, could potentially end the game. We're going to go ahead and we're going to Calamity. It's going to kill my card, but since I can't block that flying with that card, it's not that big of a deal. We'll go ahead and just end the turn. I'm hoping he just throws out a whole bunch of cards and tries to win the game. Because he knows right now, unless I just pulled something, I can't take out his flying. So he knows he'll probably think he's going to get me down to 6 health. So I'm hoping he's going to try to overwhelm me and throw out a whole bunch of cards. That way after Calamity, he won't have a whole lot to bring out because he'll be low on as far as how many cards are in his hand. That's a good card for him to throw out right now. It has haste. He's using a lot of good cards I want to see destroyed right now, so I'm happy to see this. And there goes Calamity. That's a good move. And this pilgrimage monk just came back, so good times to be had by all. Go ahead, get my Dragon of Wisdom out. Now he may do some damage here. He's only got 3 cards. I mean, he could have 3 aspirants for all I know in there, but he's not going to be beating me this round, so I know I can bring out my dragon and not be worried about whether or not the game's going to be over. Another Flame Pally. I believe that's his 3rd one, so that's good. As far as I'm concerned, we can't get those things out of here fast enough. Okay. I'm getting a couple more cards now because of my Dragon of Wisdom being out. Now we're going to see how I want to play this. Obviously, I'm going to go ahead and just block with both of those cards in there. Keep my defensive zone up. And I don't... He could end this right here, right now, if he has 2 stumbles or exhaust or something along those lines to take out both these cards. There's nothing I can really do to stop those 2 cards, so at this point I'm just hoping he doesn't have anything in his hand that can end this game right here, right now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get a whole bunch of cards out. I'm not going to play my land because it's only going to increase the defense of the cards over there by 1, and I'd rather just get a whole bunch of cards out. Hope I survive this round and put up a wall, because after I take out these 2 cards, he's going to be dangerously low on morale, and I'm going to have my Glorious Warrior out, so it's going to start chipping away, so just got to be careful. And I'm also getting low on morale, so need to watch that. So let's see if he's got any stumbles here, anything of the likes. Any cards come out? There's the exhaust. He went after the dragon. Figured that much. Taking out his cards, that's good with me. He's down to 10. I'm going to go ahead, throw out my defensive cards. And I'm also going to play my... Let's see, what did we get? Rallying General. I'll play my Rallying General. Then I'll play my Sage 2 spell so I can get rid of his Aspirant, and then if he brings in his Flame Knight, I'll get that almost gone. And I still have 5, so I'll go ahead and bring out another Invincible Defender and get a Balanced Warrior out there. I'm going to put my Glorious Warrior over here to defend. I'll actually put it in the front, so if he does bring out his Flame Knight, I will kill it. So Knight's worth 2, Aspirant's worth 1, that's 3. Glorious Warrior does 2 on its own, so after this round, if everything goes my way, he should be down to 5 morale. He brought back his Knight, so I wasn't able to kill it, so he only went down to 7, but I do have another Sage 2 spell here, so I can always bring that out. My dragon is back, so I have essentially a whole lot of different styles of defender, so it's not like he's going to come at me with a card that can, like a Burning Prejudice, to take out all my defenders or anything like that. I'm going to do a quick check here to make sure and see how many of his mass deaths he has played, because that is the only thing that right now could really hurt my game plan. I see two mass deaths so far, so he could potentially have another mass death. So I can't be throwing all of my guys out there right now. Got to keep some back, so I'm going to bring some of my defenders back. I'll go ahead. Let's see here. I'm going to put out my Martyr Golem, because I'm going to go ahead and use my Sage 2 spell again, so I want to protect all my cards from that attack, but it will also take his out and once again take that morale down a little bit more. I'm assuming he's either going to mass death or he's going to come after my Glorious Warrior. I still have 7 using the mass death, or the Sage 2 spell. Drops me down to 4. And I'm not actually going to play out another card, but I will get rid of one. I want to get rid of my Balanced Warrior. Since I don't have a Sage 1, Balanced Warrior is really not all that good of a card. That is a nice card to have in case he tries to throw out some cards. So we'll go ahead and we'll bring back another one of them. Fire Resolve. There's that other mass death that I was worried about. And I lost. It was a close one because he took out with the mass death and then my morale bomb hit. I ended up killing myself, but very close. Very good game, WW. You are the winner for now. It's Tyonidas. I'll talk to you guys later.